I can't handle this, y'all. This is crazy, yo. I didn't think this was about to affect me like this. But our neighbor's school, y'all know I work at a school. Fuck. Our neighboring school, I think it's Gratas, I don't know how to say it. It's Gratas or something like that. They were having their graduation. And there's helicopters in the sky. Most of these schools are... Fuck, yo. Most of these schools are predominantly Hispanic. Gratas, I believe elementary, was having their graduation. And all of a sudden, a bunch of parents have to run out because ISIS is there. This is the story that I'm hearing. And, our school goes on lockdown. Our principal, tells us it's a and I had to come outside. It's my break. We kind of got like off of a soft lockdown. And parents had to run out because they don't have papers, and they had to leave their kids because the kids do. What type of shit is this, yo? And then kids are freaking grabbing teachers and crying on their leg because they don't know if they're about to see their parents when they get home. What the fuck is this? And we voted for this shit? 15 people just got picked up on Wilshire at the Home Depot. On Wilshire. Yo. Man, oh my God. This is not right. This is not right, yo.
Hey, there you have it, man. Esau, Edom turning up on you Israelites. So, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Yahweh to this world ignorantly calls God. Yahushai to this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Ba'ashem means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Quadash means holy. And that's on the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. And today's video, I wanted to go over this clip right here of this Jake, getting emotional, talking about the ICE raids. And this all goes back to Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Right, that's going, when it's talking about the devil here, you go into the word in the Greek, it goes into diabolos, which means an adversary, okay, and an adverse man, somebody that is adverse to you, okay, and the adversary of the Most High here on earth is the Edomites, okay, so-called white people. Okay, I say so-called because they're not white, okay? Everybody has a biblical nationality, and they are the Edomites, okay? And their whole lineage are the wicked that the scriptures talk about, according to Obadiah, the 1st chapter, and Malachi, the 1st chapter. So, now that we got that established, it said that the devil is going to come down with great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's going into how the elites, the people up top are trying to push their agendas. Okay, the NWO, the 2030. And they're realizing that they got to get the shit done right now, because the Israelites are waking up. Right? And the elites up top, they know that the Bible is the real deal. They know that there is a God. And with that in mind, they have their top scholars to go and search out the scriptures of prophecies and to find the biblical order and, how things are going to take place. And they know that once the Israelites start waking up, that their kingdom is coming to an end. So that's why they're coming down with great wrath. And part of that great wrath, now looping it back, is the fact that it says that, or part of that great wrath is that, Esau is going to come down upon Jacob, right? It says that it's just the beginning. Esau has had that perpetual hatred towards his brother, right? That's why you see the so-called white man looks at the so-called black, so-called Latino, so-called native with a murderous eye. Okay, it all goes back to Esau and Jacob. Okay, the beginning. And here it is, they still got that feud, and they're going to start coming after Jake, right? They want to annihilate Jake. And recently we've been having an uptick of these ICE, raids, specifically in LA, and you can see how, DJ Trump has came out talking about how, these rioters are now attacking the National Guard and our troops, and we're really going to start cracking down on you people, and this gives us more incentive and more motive and more inspiration to go harder. So it's getting serious, man. And the only thing that is going to get you out of a situation like that, if you're in the thick of it, is ultimately Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? That's what I wanted to go into, is that you see this Jake right here, hella emotional. Okay, scriptures talked about that. Let's go to Joel or Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 6. It says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." Right, and that's the point, is that what's coming to this world is called Jacob's trouble. Okay, it's going to be a time like never before seen. And it says that it's going to be so bad that a man is going to be out here like a woman in travail, like a pregnant woman, okay, in that fetal position, bent over crying. Because men are not going to have any type of solutions. And you can see how this dude, nothing's really even happened yet, and he's already crying. Just wait when, things really start going. We can get that also. Talks about the men being afraid. And, let's find it. The mighty man in that day shall bow. It might take me a while to find the scripture, but it'll be worth it. Right, Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14, it says, "The great day of Yahweh is near, it is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of Yahweh. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly." Right, and what we just saw right there wasn't no mighty man. It was a weak man, because nothing has gone down yet. Right, and there's no adversity, there's no real trials and tribulations. It's something that didn't even happen to him, and he's already crying. So imagine when he has no food. Okay, when people are kicking down his door. That's why it says mighty men are going to be crying bitterly. Right, so that's a weak man. Imagine a mighty man of today, a David Goggins, right, crying, just completely buckled, because he himself is not going to have any answers. So the only answer at the end of the day, the way the Lord has designed it, is to seek him. Right, that's the only thing that is going to get us out of here and is going to bring true peace, is seeking the Lord in the days of the Lord. Right, so it says, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of trumpet, an alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Right, so the Lord himself is going to have these people lost in the sauce. Right, he's going to make these people walk like blind men, going into how they're not going to have a single clue on where to go or what to do. Everybody's going to be lost besides the elect. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance for all them that dwell in the land. Right, so money isn't going to be able to save you. Anything carnal isn't going to be able to save you. The only thing that's going to save you is your faith and your works. And it says that the whole land shall be devoured by the fire, and it's going to be a speedy riddance. Right? Revelation 18 talks about how Babylon shall be completely destroyed in 1 hour, engulfed in flames. And all that is going to happen by those nuclear missiles. So that's what everything eventually is going to lead to. And you got to get your mind right? You got to get your mind right, because soon, all these videos are not going to be here, to freely watch. So get it while you can, and lock in, because Esau is coming down with great wrath. Hopefully this is edifying. With that, to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakah Quadash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to you, like Shalom.